Daisy now.
Is it? Right,
Yeah,
have you got the stream up, Mick?
Is it YouTube,
Right, yeah.
Just checking it now. Yes, I do.
Oh, every fucker in here. Castle.
Language, yes, streaming.
Oh, sorry, I do apologise, but it's not birthday, that's why. Got Castle, Shaven, Coop, Tim, all wishing me a happy birthday when it's not.
What are we going to start a stream?
Sorry, I do apologise for the bomb de la F. Oh man, I need to sack him.
I'll stop laughing at you.
Grimothy Dalton.
How are we doing?
I'm alright. Well, we're not doing very well actually. I've just been very, very naughty.
You started it with an F-bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know?
I didn't realise we was live yet, and I came on, and I was like, for F's sake, it's not my...
here.
Yeah.
Every frog.
No, not that it's anything to do with our French followers. You're very welcome.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, Yves. Bonsoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Chicken. Can't remember words that's on.
Chicken dippers.
Yeah. Well, it won't be chicken dippers, it'll be vegan magnums. So we're actually going to start social media corner off. I'm going to crack it off now, but we are going to also dip it in at some point during the rest of the stream as to what people's views are on vegan Magnum ice creams.
Smalley says happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Mr. Small. I'm hoping that because the stream's slightly delayed, that didn't go live.
Birthdays, it's my dog's birthday today.
Is it?
It is actually, well, we don't know for sure, he's a rescue, but we believe it to be our dog's birthday. So
and this is, well, happy birthday, Grim's dog. Grim likes dogs, although he actually likes cats today. It was sat on his shoulder, giving him a cuddle.
He's actually since disappeared, so he's no longer in the comms box with me.
So, round 3 at Spahar. Couple of little facts for you from Smashley Wilson, who's driving today. He's recovered from his injury and he's feeling all gravy today, so we should see a good run from him. No name corner on here that
I think we should call it Nenium in his tribute.
I think Nenium, mad.
Nenium.
Yeah. Yep, we should call it Nenium. Because no corner can have no name, because even by having the name no name, it's clearly got a name.
I do believe we should have to refer to poo on as my undies.
Yep.
Because they've always got poo on.
When you say my undies, do you mean your undies specifically, or my undies?
Well, usually I'm a rotund gentleman, so. And I did have a dodgy curry last night.
Oh.
We're just actually on with our American friend Doc Coop at the moment. He's actually quite a funny guy.
Go on.
He's just going through the downy twisty turny uppy bit.
Downy twisty turny uppy bit.
Yeah. And he got through it quite well. Then he's on to the camel. Sorry, I'm going to have to stop. I knew I'd call it that in the mid race. It's got nothing to do with an Egyptian animal's toes. It's actually called the camel.
The camel? I thought it was the camel toe.
It's not the camel toe, it's the camel straight.
You wouldn't want to all these times.
Oh, and Small is reminding us that when these guys are going to go into the pits, they will be going into the official fixie box.
The fixie box.
Fixie box.
It's quite a long fixie box at Spa.
It is a very long fixie box. I was in a race here with my other half at the weekend, and she got really angry because she couldn't find the fixie box and rage quit.
Yep, she did. I saw her. Before Smash comments at some point, I forgot. Well, I didn't forget where the pit lane was. I just forgot to go into it when I was out of fuel.
You just misplaced the entrance.
I did,
in the Super Formula.
And I crossed the line with no fuel and had to do a full lap at about 30 miles an hour.
Which is safe to hit the child.
Yep.
But it's not technically safe though, is it? 80%
well, that's what the adverts used to say.
So therefore it's fine.
Was it there?
I think as well, just while we just touch on it, I'm just messaging Lika, who's a top geezer, who's just actually announced his retirement from GTS with OFR, effective today. I know it looked like he had perhaps a technical issue in the first race, in the Group 2 race, but he was actually letting drivers pass because he wanted to finish his GTS career bang on 2,000 points, which I think is hellish impressive.
My OCD is going to be triggered from that, but it's a nice round number.
Yep.
I shall have a drink to his GTS 2,000 points.
He's a bit of a GTS legend, so sorry to see him go. He's no doubt going to carry on driving F1, at which he is very, very fast. And we are following OVED down.
We have a broken practice start, I believe, though. As somebody just crashed headfirst into the barrier.
We've got. That's because this is the
real practice start now.
The real practice start, yeah.
Ah, right.
We'll ask Mr. Small, seeing as he's in our northern territory, although actually OVED River, he's a Manchester veteran, and officially
so
Manchester
he's from the Midlands.
South. He's in the Midlands, actually. Yeah,
Midlands. He's a Brummie.
He is. You're right, OVED.
I'm so fit. I'm from Tipton of the Fishmonger.
And we shall ask Mr. Small then, seeing as he's watching avidly, what his view on vegan Magnums will be. Will that be at the back then? Let's just jump to the. That'll be Tim.
No, it's Tim.
Oh, there's lots of
AFK maybe.
Castle's glitching. Everybody died. It's D2 all over again.
I think everyone's.
There's not going to be space in the room for me to jump in, is there?
I think there's only 13 in there. Let's just have a look.
I'll wait for qualifying to start.
I think there is actually 13 in the room, Rod. So.
Yes, there is one space for you, Rod.
Oh, beautiful. I'm just going to squeeze my way into that space.
From your previous comment, does that mean you have to suck it in a little bit?
Yes.
Well, Castle had a big lag. Sounds like a song. Ting tang. Castle had a big
lag. Wow! We should start a band.
We should. We'll get our mate Matty into it.
Guitarist. Yeah. And I can play the triangle because I am a world-renowned triangle player. I'm that good at it. I don't even need the instrument. He's ready. Ting.
It's amazing.
Ting.
That is amazing. Yeah, because we could start a band. We'll have the OFR band. I wonder what Smalley would play. Smalley's asking who with Matty. Yeah, apparently Smalley. Matty used to be in a band. He learned how to play his guitar in the offal room at an abattoir.
I heard he's very fond of plucking the G-string.
Yep, which often leaves himself in tears.
Oh, I love him.
And I'm back after a little bit of a breather session then. That was a bit too much for me.
So we just have to remind me to put the race data on after qualifying because it resets it. I always forget because I'm a bit of a ding. We've only got a small in. We've normally got Ivor Sawheed as well. Ivor's not with us today. We have got multiple viewers though. We've got 7 people watching. Did it tell you who's watching? 6 watching now. We're frightening them off.
That's 5 because I'm one of them.
Matty's here.
Oh, Van Baal is here.
Your dad sells Avon.
No, he doesn't. My dad's retired.
And I am the only acceptable vegan.
No, there's no such thing as an acceptable vegan. I don't think... Oh, God, that did get in the room.
Small is asking if it's tyres your dad smells. Sells, not smells. Wish
My dad smells tyres.
He does smell tyres, yeah. Only spare ones. Right, now I've had a quick post-race meal. We shall have a...
What did you have? What did you have? I'm guessing it was broccoli and carrots.
No, it wasn't actually. It was risotto, but with Richmond vegan sausages.
Ooh.
They're actually very, very nice.
I'm sure they are for people that don't deserve teeth.
How do you chew a carrot with your gums, man? Oh,
well, usually you're the ones that eat them. You're the ones that eat them. And teeth are there for. You can have your back teeth. Your front teeth there for chopping up meat and stuff like that and biting into things. You can keep your back teeth.
Yeah, biting into things like a carrot or a vegetable.
No, that's for ripping and tearing up.
You don't suck a carrot, do you?
You can crush up grass with your back teeth. You can keep them.
Okay.
This is why I'm not Prime Minister, because if I was, I would make sure every vegan had their teeth removed.
Yep. I will not get onto the damage that's done to your intestines. There you go. Anyway, we'll watch Kyle on a lap. And the fact that meat rots in your stomach, which is why steak takes 3 days to digest, because it just rots in your stomach. But there you go, we'll just leave it with that one.
It's in my stomach, so I'm happy.
Well, and it's still rotting in your stomach, mate. So Kyle's on a lap. I know Kyle will do. You should do quite well around here. We spent a bit of time at Spa with Kyle, and then they didn't have what we needed, so we nipped down to Co-op.
I was going to say I've heard he's a bigger fan of Tesco.
You know, hello.
Hello, you know, I thought he's actually going to be commentating on the Beginner's Cup, Mr. OFR.
He is going to be commentating on the Beginner's Cup. It'd be good to see him in there.
He's all getting here, his wonderful tones of hello, mad for it, large.
Although it'd be more like extra large.
We're not talking about Ash's waistline.
Man, that's rude. So I do think this is the proper.
I believe this is the real
start.
official qualifying, no?
Juan Bal in Social Media Corner has a very valid point. Meat poos are so much better than cabbage poos. Therefore,
they never tried to poo a cabbage. We've got Ash. Actually, this will amaze you too. Obviously, we spent a lot of time racing with Ash and listening to his really, really interesting facts. He's actually out the pits first.
What? That's not the Ash we know.
No.
He's 3 minutes behind anyone else, isn't he?
Yep.
Maybe it's this knee injury that he's had last week when he didn't like the track. Maybe it's like spurred him on to start going out first.
Maybe. He's got. I think they're all bunched up a little bit too much for qualifying. Harley's doing the right thing. He's just backing off the back. He's in. He's got a good toe. If he can get his round, but he just wants to give himself a little bit of a gap just in case there's any shenanigans with Ash. You don't want to get caught up in that. Harley had a real good run last week.
He had a very, very good run. So did Othed. But that third driver that I did for Smash Wilson, he didn't have a very good run.
No, I've heard he's a bit dumb, actually.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good run at all. In fact, as you stated to him afterwards, he hit everything except the apexes.
He did. And I had momentary lack of guilt for that. So having a look at where everyone's... I don't think I've still haven't got access to the points from last week. We'll have to make it up. I know Kimi, I think it'd be quite tight at the top because Kimi didn't have too good a run last week. I think he got caught up in an accident early on in the race, which dropped him right back. And I want to see if he finished sort of like round
I wasn't involved in that one.
Well, that must be the only one. Yeah, it's now, we don't have a stewarding group anymore. We call it the Michael Howe group. It's like a therapy support group.
It's for the victims of my race last week.
Incident Anonymous. Yeah, I think obviously Kimi dropped. He was like fourth or fifth last week. Harley had a good run to podium.
Second. He was second, wasn't he?
So I think the top of the championship would be quite tight.
I can have a look for you right now if you would like us to.
Of course, because you've got access to it. You've been a Group 3 veteran. So we'll see Ash obviously returning after his injury. We'll see what his first lap is. Kimmy's
So
obviously
the current driver stands as Reddy Shaven is in first in the championship. Castle and Harley are joint. No, Castle, Harley, and Proctor are in joint second. They're second to fourth.
And that changed. We've got no Proctor this week.
Yeah, Kimmy's in fifth. Doc Coop's in sixth with 20 points. BJ Robbo's in seventh. Flash Wilson is in eighth with 15. Orthed River is in ninth with 9. Phil Babbage 10th with 8 points. Ball Boy is in 11th with 4 points, and still a bit of Ash's bumper on him from the pre-season. Indrix has 2 points in 12th. Max in 13th with 1 point, and then everybody below there, including that sexy one, Michael Howe 23, all have 0 points.
Well, it's quite.
Can you get his autograph once, Rod?
Well, the autograph of Michael Howe 23.
Yeah,
I can try. I mean, he's a very busy man.
is it?
But I can try and get his autograph.
I've actually got an autograph in my race room from OFR Smalley after his debut OFR win.
A person
the only team Rod
actually has an
ever win
official OFR Smalley fishing rod.
Well,
There's 2 of them.
you can have his rod. I've got his autograph. Ooh, Stattle friend. So Ash is opening us up with a 17.5 that Kimmy takes straight away with a 16.6. And Harley 16.8, Ballboy 16.6. This is going to be quite tight, this front three.
This could be very, very tight. Like a tweaker.
Like a big tiger. I've actually touched a tiger. A real one.
I've never touched a tiger. I've seen one. I've never touched one.
We'll see what Ash there that showed us his fastest lap with his helmet. As you can see his helmet as well. We all know what Ash's helmet looks like in that car.
Oh, it looks like Opeth might have had an off at some point on his first fast lap. He's got engine damage, front damage, and also front right wheel assembly also.
This is in the pits. So he's got
repairing that all now. Yeah,
he
will only get one flying lap.
He will. Hopefully with these cars not being quite as quick as the Group 2 cars.
Controversial, possible. Doc Coupe also has front end and front left wheel assembly damage. I don't know if they've had a come together there.
I heard it was Marco's fault.
Possibly. We'll have to see whether they
How
close they are. We'll stick with Kimmy on this lap. Ash was lagging there around that corner. Kimmy's catching him hand over fist. He was really beating into him. He's got a good toe, so we can catch him at the wrong point. If he can just take him out of the right hander that they're just coming up to, down to Blanchimont or Blancmange.
Blancmangemon.
Blancmange, your mum.
Blancmangemon.
Kimmy's got a perfect toe here. You can either sit in and see Opat. See Ash is on a lap as well.
I'm sitting watching it and I forgot that I'm actually in the room.
We could nearly split the race in 3 really, couldn't we, if the they're both going in the pits for a fresh boot set of duties.
Smash Wilson and Iceman Kimmy in.
Yeah, if we try and watch that like the front, middle and back of the race as a third each. So it's Harley. Oh, Harley's had a proper Degner one line there.
There's actually lots of love for Harley in social media corner right now.
Is all his brothers and sisters and family? Well, it's all the same thing.
The entire
of
Norfolk, I believe, is in there.
The whole of Norfolk, both of them.
Both of them.
So it's going to be. They will all just depend. Harley's going to be touch and go here, guys, to see if he gets out and gets a lap.
This is where I came in.
He's pitting with 230, but with Harley's got engine damage as well, so he's going to have 6 seconds.
It's going to be very squeaky bum time.
Very close if he gets another hot one in.
Obviously, the pit lane is going to take you slightly shorter.
I work out you need to leave with about 2 minutes 12.
This is going to be 10. He's going to have to be right on the money. He could really do a picking up and there's no one in front to take a toe off. We'll see. We'll jump back in a second. We'll jump back up to the front now.
I shall track Harley's qualifying players.
Reddy Shaven's on provisional pole.
Reddy Shaven's leading the championship, so it's not really a surprise.
No. And you've got Smash right up behind Kimi. These two drive together in the Enduro League on a Wednesday.
But they don't exactly drive together. Kimi leaves, Ash leaves, and everybody else has their own race behind them.
Well, that was kind of how it was. There was this ding right at the back. He was sat in the car backwards, so he thought that the rear window was the front, and he just tried to make it face that way all the way through the race.
I heard it was his birthday as well.
It was his birthday, yeah, that's what threw him. He was still drunk on cake for his birthday. These two drive the Aston Martini in the Enduro League. You've currently got the top four are separated by 0.4 of a second. So it's going to mean the race is going to be quite close at the top. We'll actually give
Harley
some of
has
Harley's
50
brothers
50 seconds to get through this. I don't think he's got the time. I know he was faster than me. I managed to cross the lane with 3 seconds for my flying lap.
Mick, I'm not being funny, but my nan was quicker than you.
Oh, you know what it is.
No, to be fair,
the vegetables are getting the brain right now, aren't they?
You were undergoing some definite stress, and to race last week was, under the circumstances you've been through, was very admirable, and yeah, hopefully it will ease off you a little bit soon.
Things are getting better now. So
he has made it. He's crossing the line with 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Exactly.
So stick with Harley for a minute and just see, because I know Harley has got a good 16 in there, a low 16 I believe as well. So it'll be interesting to see whether he can pull up. He's got Phil Babbage in front of him, but far enough away not to balk his lap, but a bit of a toe of him down the camel.
Camel.
It's got a hump in it. Camel.
You're scared of bananas, you melt.
Oh, man.
I've never melted
told anybody
bananas.
this.
I've never melted bananas, Smolly. I don't know what you're on about. You eat them, you don't melt them.
That's directed at me.
Is it?
Yes.
Harley's 2/10 blue at split 1, which is going to put him above. It'll possibly take him second. If you can hold this right way down this lap, it will possibly take him second. If he can just stick in round this bit and down through the fastest section at the end of the lap behind Phil, he might just do it. We'll just stick with him and see at the next split how far he is off. While we're just looking, Mick, and obviously you're driving in the Beginners' Cup. It's your first proper full season race in OFR.
Yes.
You've had mixed. There you go. It's because your name's Mick. Change the name, you'll have better results. Mixed results so far, but generally, how are you finding it? With
it's great. Loving the car. Absolutely loving the car. Let's say the first week at St Crew, I didn't really get on with that track, and I absolutely cracked at my teammate. Last week at Kyoto was the best drive I've ever had in my life, and then obviously this week's happened. It's been a horrible week for me and my partner.
It has, mate. It has.
My head just wasn't really in it, so I showed up to score some team points, but my teammate did an absolutely wonderful job of getting a second.
He did.
And keeping with second in the team championship at the moment, which is what we're aiming for. We can't catch them Mercs and that Lexus, we just can't. We need them to make mistakes for us to get anywhere near them.
Yeah, but it's gonna mix it up a little bit, because Real TV, I think it was called, he's in there as well. Yeah, Weird TV. He's gonna throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Just have a dead quick rundown. We've got Kimi took pole in the end, from Reddy Shaven, Ballboy, Harley, and I want to say Ash. It just dived off. Actually, we'll be able to say it's going to pop on the stream. Yeah, it was. Harley dropped down to 5th. Balboa Castle took 3rd. So you've got the three Porsches out front, and then you've got Lexi, and you then into the Nissans. Smalley is looking forward to Autopolis. Autopolis is Ash's favourite track as well.
Ash's favourite track by a long shot.
It is Ash's favourite track.
He is so quick round there.
Loves it. Talks to your dreams about it.
Ooh,
Castle's glitching again.
All over the place.
That was Castle
glitching. Or?
And he's gone. He's right at the very back now. People saying he's glitching in practice.
Short on engine damage. Quite a lot of damage throughout the car as well.
So at the minute, you're just coming through Eau Rouge for the first time. We've got Ready Shaven, Kimi. Harley's made a great start from 5th up into 3rd. Ballboy, Ash. Over there's made a cracking start as well, up into 6th. With then Tim, Wrighton Lad, who's in one of the Wasp-powered cars. Phil Babbage, BJ Robbo, Doc Coop, Max and Castle. Castle's car is very broken. I love this section of this track. It's a hard one to get right, but
it's high speed and yet still
it is
corners as well.
Downhill twisties.
The downhill twisties. Ash went a little bit wider, guy. There you got the 3 Robin Pollock's cars there, Mick, for you in 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Robin Pollock centipede again.
It is. It's Harley at the front at the moment. You can tell Ash isn't at the front because it's a Harley train and not a gravy train.
Got Tim dropping down a couple of places. He's one very wide at who on?
Who's from wide? Sorry, is it?
That was Tim. Timmy's got down 3 places.
This gap now, 8th back to 12th. They're very, very close. It's going to be. Oh, Max has just took a wheel on the curve there and spun. He should maybe get away without picking up any.
The green
damage.
It's a nightmare if you dip a tyre on that. I made that mistake so many times on Thursday.
So you've got your first 5 away. They're pulling away. They've got about a 1.2 gap back to O there, who's maybe just had a little wide thing. Who's that 1.3 in front of Wrighton Lad and BJ Robbo. Mr. Commentator. Very funny chap, actually.
He's a brilliant commentator.
He's drier than a dry thing from a land of dry places, but hilarious. So you got Sills, Ready Shaven, Iceman Kimi. Ready Shaven's got a 3/4 of a second gap now over Kimi, who's leading Ballboy about 1.1, who's just about 8/10 in front of Harley, who's gapping Ash a little bit. Ash is looking quite glitchy as well.
Harley's just had a tiny little wobble, and I think that's allowing Ash to keep that gap. Also, nicely bringing up the rear for Team Robin Pollocks there.
It'd be good. Over's due a good run, actually.
Oh, he really is.
A good run. I don't think
we've had.
I think all Harley's brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles and whatever in the stream have gone quiet. There's not very much. There's not many Team Harley comments at the moment.
Let's have a hashtag Harley. Yes, Smalley, you're right. Purple first sectors tends to always happen on lap 2, but ooh, Harley's ran a bit wide.
He's managed to keep it. The gap to Ash is down to about 0.6. It's a steady gap. He's got a half-second penalty, but it'd be best to just keep running and just let the penalty run its natural course.
He picked up that half-second penalty just before he went into my undies.
Did he? The penalty for me there would be coming out of him again. If we made it. So Ash is all over the back of him now. They will be on comms talking to each other. I know, obviously, they run quite well as a team, so it will depend on whether they're going to run with team orders today or just let Harley run with him being the one that's slightly higher up in the championship. It's a little bit too early for calling places, I think. I don't like to see it too early on. I think it's better to leave it until there's mathematically only one person that can get the overall result.
I'm just watching Castle at the moment. He has been able to pit, obviously got fresh boots and repaired all the damage on his car. He's just going through your undies at the moment now, Mick. He's actually gone for the hard tyres.
Has he?
Ooh.
Maybe.
Yeah, so a bit of a
that's
controversial, maybe. He's kind of, might be going very long into this race as a result of that contact.
It worked for We Had TV on Thursday.
He did run that. He did run the hard. We'll keep an eye on it. He's a minute and 4 behind the lead at the moment then, so we'll keep an eye on whether that starts jumping down.
Phil Babbage is in the pits.
A little bit of front aero damage. Does he... We see what tyre Phil comes out on.
This could be another one, is he?
No, Phil's come back out on another set of softs. So you got Max just dropping down to Orzo Rouge in 11th. Tim is just going through Eau Rouge in 10th. BJ Robbo in again. These cars are very good, they're very quick, but I do think it's a bit cruel that the amount of wasps they need to power one.
It's not. It's cruel to wasps to have to run that many wasps to make a car go that way.
I've heard that they don't actually run these cars on petrol, they actually run on pollen.
They run on pollen, are they? I've actually heard that they ran on other people's beers or the hot dogs at a theme park. You know where wasps tend to. Yeah, where wasps tend to congregate. It's anything to attract the little buzzy frogs.
Buzzy bees.
In.
Harley's managed to get this gap, the penalty down to 0.2, and he's just got the gap to Ash back up to 0.6 now as well.
I think Ash has just fallen in behind. They're not pushing each other too hard, personally.
Oded's voice is sexy, changed my mind. Mr. OFR. Mr. OFR, I cannot. I would not change your mind. He has the same appeal to me.
I can do a brilliant impression of Oded.
Go on, do Kyle for us.
Hello.
Well, you know what it is, right? Right, what it is.
No way!
He's a funny chap. He's very vocal is a very good way to put it. But a good lad as well. He's a great one to race with, and we have a lot of fun together. But still, it's a good run from him in 6th. I'd have to check back at where he started, but it's a solid run for him.
He's just slightly dropping off the back. Ash,
he is. I mean,
he's still holding that gap to right lad.
Tyres are still looking good. We'll go back up to see what Reddy Shane's doing now. That's just out to a second now. These three are away with it. If the Datsuns are the same in the Group 3 as they were in the Group 2, they're going to be very, very quick on the straight, especially behind these two Beetles.
So we've got BJ Robbo and Tim both in the pits at the moment, maybe for the first stop, if not a little bit early. Maybe trying to get the undercut.
Tim's got a little bit of rear damage. Robbo's got a little bit of front and rear, so maybe, like I say, going for an undercut, a pressured undercut because of damage.
He's actually been successful, Tim. He's jumped Robbo in the pit lane now.
We have a bit of a controversial comment here from, I believe it's Robot, is the online Formula Racing. Astro, why were the RMP guys bashing each other around in the GR2?
Oh. I don't know, Mr. Robot, because we were too busy getting very close and cuddly, maybe a little bit further up. I did enjoy that battle, by the way. I didn't realise there'd been much contact with, or you and Martin had been that close.
We were quite close on track, I would say, but I don't seem to remember contact between the two of us, to be fair.
No, I shall watch that one back later.
Yet, so I can't really comment.
I heard that if this is the case, that the team boss is going to be pulling the team captain into his magical office and give him a right good finger pointing.
Oh dear, it's as bad as the way I started the stream. No, I'll have to. Oh, there's a conspiracy going on. Well, we can't talk team politics on here anyway. We can't. The Group 2 race was good. There was one, I think, very, very dodgy move off the start, which
unfortunately I took the brunt of that one, really. But again, without seeing the footage, I can't pass an official comment.
And I saw it from behind, and it wasn't pretty. It took out more people than the Kardashians have, I believe. So your front three is still the same. Reddy Shaman is just starting to pull away from Kimi. Kimi was the one to beat in the Porsche last season. Reddy Shaman was good, but this year he's been a lot more consistent. and it's just helping him just nibble away at the front of the championship. And they're now 1.8 in front of Ballboy, he's gapped Harley now to about 3.5 seconds.
I don't know if Smash Wilson's had a mistake or anything, but Harley's gapped him now by nearly 2 seconds.
He has. He's definitely picked up a penalty. And we're
Which is
not at
standard
Suzuka,
for...
so I'm not sure where that would have come.
I've heard if he was actually a medieval knight, he would have been known as Sir Cuts-a-Lot.
Oh dear. Do you know what? I
ruined your concentration.
It did. I had a realisation last night that I actually like telling dad jokes. Sometimes he even laughs at them. It has. I think the gap to Others just now. Others just starting to. He's fluctuating with about 3.5. The gap to Harley is starting to come back down. It's down to about 1.4. I would think if they're on a 2-stop, they're going to be in maybe end of this lap. So we'll just jump back at the front.
We've got a robot asking who's in the commentary box with us. We have a Mr. Grimothy Dalton with us today.
We have. A very fitting tribute to the late Sean Connery as well. Having another fellow Bond with us.
That was terrible news that yesterday.
Yeah.
That was shock.
Now this is going to get a little bit squeaky. The voice that he liked, that he thought was Kyle with his hello, it's actually Grimothy Dalton's voice that is appealing. I'm going to try and find the comment.
Grim's voice is sexy, changed my mind.
Yeah.
Hashtag something rather.
Yeah.
So at the moment, back of the field, Robbo and Tim are still battling after their little pit stop together. So they're very close.
Max has just had a bit of an off. They are. There's not a great deal between them. It's showing as this isn't right. It's showing as about 0.6 of a second. Sorry, 6 seconds that was.
Smash Wilson has just stopped. He's half a tank of fuel and a fresh set of socks.
And
he's jumped Harley in the pits. Smash Wilson has jumped Harley in the pits.
I wonder if these two are on a slightly different strategy then. Because
I'm pretty sure they're both on the same.
The two Porsches out front, very good on tyre wear for 7 laps in.
I think Sir Cuts-a-Lot's done it again with his magical fuel tank, and he just hasn't used any and beat him on.
Yeah,
he's just on the fuel line. Yeah.
He may have gone no fuel to jump him in the pits, and then a fuel Harley may have done the other way round.
No, they're both on identical amounts of fuel. I think Sir Cuts-a-Lot has done one of his amazing fuel saves in the first stint again, and he's managed to jump Harley in the pits. But Harley's closing the gap up again. As I say that, as it starts creeping up.
Harley just had a little bit of a wobble out of No Name that's got a name, so therefore it has got a name, so it shouldn't be called No Name. The interesting gaps to watch is these two are now about 14 seconds behind Ballboy, but Ballboy is probably going to have to pit this lap. If you look at his offside, his front tyres are both gone, and the two Beetles out front haven't pitted yet either.
Do we think they could go for a one-stop then?
I would think that's the way. Look at this tyre wear. I would think these two guys could make. They're going one stop. They're going. I
think the Beetle Sports will be doing a one stop.
Yeah. If you look at that tyre wear, we'll see what Ballboy stayed out as well. It's often a wise thing just to match the strategy of the guys in front if the gaps are staying fairly constant. And it's hovering around 4.8. So maybe the two R&P cars up here in Ash and Harley thought that maybe they'd get a chance to jump them if they pitted, but them staying out, it's not going to pay off. But still, solid result from him, 4th and 5th.
Oh yeah, it's 4th, 5th and 6th for Rod and Pollux at the moment.
Yeah, they're still there. I do apologise to Olded. He did like
you
racing.
Probably forgot I was racing, didn't you?
He did like racing round St. Croix the other week, because obviously that being the river that we raced across on the bridge, that is actually Olded River. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is, and he felt it was good to be racing at home, and he had a good run around there as well. I think a little bit of a wibble through the downy twisty uppie. Jump back down to Wrighton lad. He's in 7th. A decent run as well. I don't think he did much GTS last season, but this year he's had some good, fairly solid mid-pack drives. Phil Babbage in Jeff and Doc Coop, they're both there in 8th and 9th now. Phil's got a slight, well, they've both got penalties, so I could imagine that's an Eau Rouge penalty. Be interesting to watch how these two fight out. Doc Coop's on far better tyres, he must have just pitted. And Phil, he hasn't, and you've got BJ Robbo in 9th.
I think BJ Robbo's just jumped Tim at the end of the Camel, I believe.
He is in front of him now.
I seem to believe that Robbo is behind Tim for a good 2 or 3 laps after their pit stop together.
Yeah, I've just got a note from OFR this morning as well. Apparently, Eau Rouge, that we've been calling the downy twisty up, he's actually called the wibbly wobbly. I do apologise. It is the wibbly wobbly. We should have OFR Smalley in comms at some point.
I don't
as
think
new
we have
Stato.
a bleep machine strong enough.
I don't think we have a bleep machine. So, right, so you have definitely got the first 2 in. Is Ball Boy going to follow him in? He is. So you got the first 3, so they're going in with 11.7 back to Ash. So watch Ash.
Who will now be going, I'm sitting in first. I'm going to drive around here until I find some green.
Oh, it's a very good job. Ash takes all this in good heart. He's a funny chap. He's a funny chap. So you've got then.
Because he's boring, he understands, but.
They're coming. Oh, this is going to get tight. They're coming out. Shaven is coming out just behind Ash, and Kimmy's coming out just behind Harley. So you've got Alexei Porker, and Ball Boy's come out just behind Kimmy. So I think obviously when pit stop strategy plays and the 2 Lexuses make their next pit stop, normal service will resume. But Harley's taking Ready Shaven on the straight. He took him in the slipstream on the Camel, and he took a very, very nice line into the twisty
turny downy hilly bit.
Yep. And he's just starting to pull away for a little bit. He's obviously going to be on, because Harley's tyres are still very good, and he's not got a massive amount of fuel. So it'll be interesting to see if they can just pull away a little bit, or maybe Harley's going to take a defensive line. And I think it might be what's happening. He's just allowing Smash just to just drag away a little bit. The gap's up to 1.8 now. There might be team orders coming here where maybe Harley's just trying to delay these guys a little bit and let Ash get away.
It would make sense.
It'd be a good team drive.
Ash
Max
run
just
a
come out
bit
of the pits
wide.
on mediums. Sorry, Nick, to jump in there, but he's just come out of mediums. So I think he's fueled and tied to the end now.
And who was that? Sorry, Grimothy.
That was Max at the back. Unfortunately, he had engine damage as well to take care of.
Yeah. Let's just jump back
I
up
didn't
now
hit him this week.
So who was running on the hards?
That was Castle, I believe. Who I can't seem to
It
find
was
anywhere.
Castle. I think he's
Gone.
So,
no longer in the race.
Things. He was lagging quite a lot, wasn't he, in the earlier stage?
Yeah. Harley took off there into the bus stop. In the Apollo Lexus 13.
Right up his chuff.
Gap to Ash isn't really stretching out any further. It's still 1.7.
Oh, him and Shim and Harley just went round turn 1 side by
We're
side.
going to have a 2 wide into Eau Rouge. Neither of these will want to give.
Look, the twisty turnies.
Wibbly wobbly. Oh, Harley held it. He properly had it in his hand there.
He
may have
strapped on
just
his biggest testicles and went for it.
he may have just picked up a penalty. I think maybe just he took a lot of inside curb there, but he looks like he might have got away with it. But that was a hell of a move there. This is going to be the battle that's just allowing Ash just to creep away a little bit. I would think they're probably going to be in lap 10. for fresh boots and a little bit more.
I know what lap they're coming in, but I'm not going to spoil it for anybody.
I won't either, but I think lap 10's a high possibility.
I think it's possible, potential.
So now you've got Ash is now like 2.5 seconds out in front, and I think Harley is just holding these up a little bit, just let Ash get away. It's a good team drive from the RMP guys here at the front.
Phil might be making a move on Tim for 10th at the end of the Camel.
He's just managed to hold him off.
Yeah, just backed out of it there.
So she's got a very, very slow lap there. With Phil, the 2:49. I don't know whether that was it's not showing up as a pit lap, but it must have been.
He has got fresh, but it does look like he's got fresh boots on.
Harley's gone wide. The approach down to Blanchimont. Back in Blanchimont, yeah. He's now in a pork sandwich, which I wouldn't eat.
No, because you're wrong.
I think so. Harley's in. Harley's in. Maybe
he's going for the undercut, I think. Well, you can't go for the undercut now, will you, against the one-stoppers, but he could be going to try and undercut Smash.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he comes out. So we'll just watch through. At the moment, Ash is now, the two Porsches behind him, you can see now Harley's not there to hold him up, but just, they're properly reading him in now. They took over a tenth out of him just between here and the start-finish. Dominic Hussey, I'm not sure if that's a surname or a confession, they're saying come on Harley.
I'm not sure if that's some praise or a statement.
Don't know if it's me, but last time Ash was first he got smashed. He was very unfortunate, Mr. Small. Dominic said both. Good, we'll swap numbers at the end of the stream.
Oh, we're getting small love for Harley again.
We are. We love Harley. He's a very, very funny chap. So the gap now, they've took nearly a second out of Ash's lead in this, but Ash is on a lot heavier worn tyres, so it's no wonder that they're just had a little bit of a yawn. They're pulling the gap back
vegetables in. Making you tired, mate.
Yeah, probably is.
You're not yawning, it's your body just trying to intake meat.
I've got some grape juice for later.
Alcoholic grape juice.
It will be alcoholic grape juice in the of the red variety. So we'll see. We'll just see if Ash is on target.
Hoppy liquid.
He has probably got enough fuel to do one more lap if he wanted, but I'd get back out on fresh rubber because the gap now has come down just over 2 seconds to 0.8 in a lap. So I think now's the time to dive in and reboot his car. He's taking that. So now we've got to look at what the gap to Harley will be, because Harley's right now behind.
I think Harley might jump in the pits there, coming in earlier. That undercut is very strong.
Ballboy's gone through. Ash has only just stopped in the pits. So you've got Wright and Ladd and Harley both crossing the line now with Oved. Oved's taking these
Oved's just going in now. So I think Harley did go for an undercut. And
we'll see. We'll watch them as they come out round the turn one. No, he's not done it. He's actually come out behind Ash. Ash is away just down towards Eau Rouge. And Harley's stuck behind the right lad.
I'm going to have to get up and get some more banker fuel.
Right lad will have to pit. He's certainly not got enough fuel left, or tyres really, to run to the end of the race.
I've also run out of fuel, so I'm going into the corner shop bag of joy.
The fixie box, the in-house fixie box. Whoa, what a move from Harley down into the chicane at the end of this Camel. Great move, and properly made it stick as well. He'll be glad that we caught that one. So the gap now to Ash is 4.8, which is bigger than it was before he went in the pits, but he has been held up behind right lad for a little bit, so we'll see if he can pull this back.
Nice
I know Ash was after
goal
solid
damage.
points after unfortunately missing last week.
It was me good like I'm missing last week.
It wasn't. So the front three are back down to as they were at the start of the race. You've got Ready Shaving, Kimmy and Ballboy. Just stick with Ballboy for a little bit and just see. He's having a good clean run actually. He's quick and quite solid. It'll be interesting to see whether he can pull some points back. Because I don't think he raced last week either. I think it was.
Smorey saying yes, I drove, you drove last instead. No, it wasn't me. This is Rod Hammerbush. It was that idiot Mick that drove, and he's useless. Rod Hammerbush is just a commentating extraordinaire.
So now Ash has got another penalty. He's going to have to start scrubbing that. A little bit scrubbing there. The gap's coming down to Harley. It's come down by half a second. So we could see there's 3 laps left for Harley to try and reel this gap back in. Wright and Lad's in the pits for what will definitely be his final pit stop. So we'll see whether Othed manages to jump Wright and Lad as well. It'd be good if we do get a 4th, 5th and 6th for Rod and Pollock. Not that I'm in any way biased. Right,
I'm not in any way biased. I had no vested interest in this team whatsoever. It doesn't use my name.
Oh, so we're going to see a battle here. Othed's come out just behind Wright and Lad in 7th. BJ Robbo's having a good run in 8th in the Mazda. And then you've got Dot Co-op, Tim, Phil Babbage and Max. Max, I think, is pitted again. I think Max has tried every time. Sure, it wasn't Max that came out on the hards, was it? It was Castle.
That was
I
Castle.
thought Max came out on mediums.
It was mediums, wasn't it, at one point? So
Yeah,
maybe
he's
he's
obviously
pitting again.
For his final stop.
He's
maybe
gone
had,
round.
I think that's probably where he did it. If you look on the tower, he's had a lap at 3:02 and a lap at 3:06. So I think he's maybe had a couple of them spinnies.
Not a good day for Max, unfortunately, this afternoon.
I didn't hit him this week.
Hammers at the gap to Shaven is down to like 0.9 now. I would think with Shaven being in the championship lead, they may hold position rather than challenge each other. The gap to Ballboy is just starting to come down a bit though. He's nibbling into it. I just think it may be a little bit too little too late. I do like the look of that Datsun.
Although, it is a very nice looking Datsun. I got some really nice close-ups of that Datsun last week. Some of them were a little bit too close though.
I heard you kept a few mementos from it. I wonder if Harley's had a little bit of an off here because the gap's just stretched out to 5 seconds now.
You know what it is? I've just been watching. I've literally, because I've been watching on the computer and I've got it on my telly, and I've completely forgot what was happening on my telly, so I should have seen it because I was watching Harley, but I wasn't.
You were watching Harley, but you weren't. Harley's fan club will not like that.
I'm sorry, Team Harley. I feel like I've let this down. I don't know what happened. I've gone full Kamara here. I don't know, Jeff.
Just watching the gap between Othed and Wright and Lad. You know, Wright and Lad got a good launch out of turn 1 there. Othed just balked a little bit, but he is starting to pull that gap down. You know, if you can maybe just tuck up behind him. I think this lap might be a bit soon, but you can get close enough. I think you probably take him on the camel on the final lap. So we're down again. These two, I think these two are just holding position now. It's still of around 0.9.
I can officially state that corner is definitely named after my underpants now. A firework has just gone off my street, and I can confirm there is poo on.
Oh dear, man.
That's why the other half is laughing away there. There's a jump out my skin.
Yeah, you're not a fan of fireworks as well there, Rod?
Oh, I love fireworks. I just don't like surprises.
Well, cool. That means that me not getting you anything for Christmas this year is going to work out well.
It is. It's actually, what's wrong? Today is I am actually celebrating 10 years of the biggest surprise I've ever had in my life today, which was 10 years ago today I found out I was going to be a father.
Congratulations.
So that's a fun fact for you.
Well,
Wasn't ruined my life.
So, Grim
But
hates
it is
cats.
10 years to the day.
Mick hates kids.
I hate
Apparently
kids so
I hate
much that I
cats,
had
which
to.
is just a rumour.
It's true though. We've heard what you say about that cat. The amount of times I've heard you. What's it called again? Chow mein. I mean, that's just
That's only if he
terrible.
goes outside, it's called chow mein. Actually, distracting from the changing the subject there, Robbo and Doc Coop look like they might be in a battle towards the
Yeah,
end
we
for
just
the
dropped.
final few points.
Just dropped to that as well. They're close. Especially when Robbo's got put. Oh, Doc Coop's just going to try and go around. He tried it up the inside into Blanchimont there. He didn't quite. But Robbo has got a point there. He's taking him into the bus stop. Tidy little move there from Doc Coop. You know, that was a great move.
Well, you know,
These voices
Marco
are
wasn't
on point today.
there.
They are. Impersonators.
It's like having the drivers
extraordinaire.
with us, isn't it?
It's- we are a certain TV show. Is it on the BBC?
I can do a good
Eddie.
impression of BJ Robbo as well. Hey up.
Hey up, Shaggy.
Yorkshire pudding, gravy, beef dripping.
Off to
I don't know why he turned into OFR though.
No. Although it wouldn't be beef dripping, we'd go for carrot dripping, thank you.
BJ Robbo, Yorkshireman, you know what to say. You can always tell a Yorkshireman, you just cannot tell him much.
Oh dear, man. So you definitely, your front three now on the final lap has caught us out actually, and it was this far through it. You've got Ready Shaven first, Iceman Kimmy second, Ballboy third. Ash now, as my TV tells me, it's about to turn itself off. There we go. Ash has put 6 seconds into Harley. This final stint's not quite worked for Harley. I don't think he's had a few slippy slides. Oved he's probably got the hammer down now. This is going to be a last lunge. I know he's not. He's gone off at Mick's pants.
Has he gone off in my undies?
He has.
Oh, he's gone very wide in my
He
undies.
has. Well, your undies are
I
very
can't remember
wide.
the last time somebody has been that deep in my undies.
So we've got these great look. These two cars coming across the line together. Ready Shaven taking the win from Kimmy in second. Much better run from Kimmy this week. Ballboy with a solid run to third. He'll be very happy with that. Giving us a quick flash. Ash done exactly what he said he wanted to do today. Got some solid points. Come across in fourth. Harley to take another solid point scoring result in fifth for R&P. And then we jump back down to Wright and Ladd. He is held off Oved for sixth. But another good run for run result there for Oved in seventh. He'll be
Very solid points.
Yeah, he won't be entirely happy with that, but he'll be happy to pick again solid points up.
All drama at the bus stop with Robbo and Doc Coop, but eventually through it.
But Doc Coop's got a 0.2 second lead, so I think, yep, BJ Robbo just took him there. I don't know whether we'll hear a bit about that in the Mick Howe room later, or the stewarding lounge for those that.
The Mick Howe Special Victims Unit.
Yeah, so quick rundown. We've got Ready Shaven Kimmy, Ballboy, Ash, Harley, Wright and Ladd, Oved River, and it's gone off my screen.
Well, you know.
BJ Robbo, Doc Coop, Tim, Phil, and Max. Fairly clean race. I don't think there'll be much to say from the stewarding in there later on. We shall aim to have Grimothy Dalton with us again
I
next
believe
week,
we should
if he's
have
up for
Grimothy
it.
Dalton with you again next week. No,
Definitely.
next week you're booked. I'm going to send a request to your agent to book you for next week.
Okie dokie. I will send you my email address as well in that case.
That would be cool. And it'd be good to get Martin in here as well at some point, because Martin's another very knowledgeable chap.
Very, very knowledgeable.
And he's gone
Very, very good.
Yeah, he had a good drive with him today. So yeah, thank you very much. It was a good race, good results. The team points will be no doubt very close. It'll be interesting to see the overall table at some point during this week. I think you've got F1 D4, I think, a lot later on this evening. I think it's approaching midnight. For those that you want to stay up.
GTS next section, I believe, is Beginner Cup on Thursday. And then the Classic Cup also on the Friday night as well.
Auto Police on Thursday. Classic Cup's from where this week, Grim?
From memory, is it Windmills, the dirt track with the Stratos?
Possibly. That will be fun.
That will be very good fun. I'm actually looking forward to that one.
I might have to see, depending on how this week's announcements goes, whether I can finish work in time for that. But thanks for watching. Thanks, Rod and Grim, for sitting.
You're welcome. Thanks for the invite, boys.
A tubby grey man and talking waffle for 45 minutes. It's good fun. Thank you to Mr. Small and Harley's fan club, and thank you to
of Norfolk.
Yep, both of Norfolk. And we shall see you at some point in the very near future.